The purpose of this video is to demonstrate the correct procedure for aligning the transmission system of the double disc 1300 and double disc 1600 spreaders. This gearbox alignment procedure should always be performed or reviewed during maintenance when the transmission system is completely disassembled. Disassemble and remove the transmission system with the rotors to facilitate the process. Insert the central gearbox mounting bolts and nuts, but do not tighten them completely. Next, insert the bolts for the side gearboxes, also without the respective nuts. It is important to push the transmission system onto the base until it reaches the end of the support, eliminating any space or misalignment between the gearboxes. This will be achieved by eliminating any spaces between the side gearboxes and their respective mounting bases. To do this, when inserting and tightening the bolts, we will use shims whenever necessary. We will begin by identifying the need to use shims on the side gearboxes. To do this, we must measure the clearance at each bolt fixing point with the aid of a blade gauge. Always start with the 0.2 mm blade. Always pass the gauge blade between the gearbox and its base. In this case, the 0.2 mm blade passed with ease. We must then increase to the 0.4 mm blade. This new blade still passes easily through the gap, which leads us to increase the thickness of the gauge blade again, this time to 0.5 millimeters. Note that with this measurement, the blade passed through the gap, already snagging on the sides. Increase the thickness of the blade once more, now to 0.6 millimeters. To make sure of the actual size of this gap, with the 0.6 millimeter measurement, the blade no longer passes through the gap. This confirms that the gap in this case is 0.5 millimeters. With the help of a drawing or schematic sketch, note the gaps found at each point to help you with the final tightening of the side and center gearbox mounting bolts. Move on to the next point to be checked for clearance, always starting with the 0.2 millimeter blade. Pass the 0.2 millimeter blade of the gauge through the gap. Note that it passed, which leads us to increase the thickness of the blade. Select the 0.4 millimeter blade and pass it through the gap. It continues to pass through, but now scraping a little on the sides. Increase the blade thickness again, this time to 0.5 millimeters. Note that it continues to pass through, but even tighter. Increase the blade thickness once more, this time to 0.6 millimeters. With this measurement, the blade did not pass through the gap, which leads us to conclude that it corresponds to 0.5 millimeters. Note the gap identified in the sketch. Repeat this process at the other mounting points of the side gearboxes, remembering to mark the measurements in the sketch. Let's now move on to assembling the dispensers. Start by inserting the locking rings. Then insert the spacers. The latter is not a mandatory item, as some machines may have them and others may not. In the case of this specific machine, as in the disassembly, no spacers were found, so we must reassemble it without them. Next, insert the left covers of the product direction, easily identified by the letter engraved on them. The order of the covers must comply with the following criteria. The bottom cover must be positioned with the holes facing the inside of the machine, and the top cover facing the outside of the machine. Repeat the process on the other side, now with the product direction covers on the right side. Now, replace the transmission assembly with the rotors and regulators on its base in the machine. Insert the central gearbox bolts to make the initial positioning on the base and then align and secure the transmission assembly. Now, let's move on to placing the alignment adjustment shims for the transmission system. Respecting the measurements previously marked on our sketch. Start at the first point on the left gearbox with a 0.5 mm shim. Position the shim and insert the bolt. Now move on to the second point, according to our sketch. At this point, we also need a 0.5 mm shim. Place the shim and insert the bolt. Continue identifying whether or not shims are needed point by point. Note that the last 2 points on this side did not require shims. Place the 4 nuts without tightening them yet, leaving this process for the end. Repeat the process on the other side. On this side, a shim is only needed at one point. Insert all screws and the appropriate shims. Now move on to placing the corresponding nuts, without tightening them completely at this stage. Now move on to assembling the product outlet regulator on the right side, where the final adjustments will be made, regarding the centering of the gearbox shaft with the regulator hole. To do this, the adjustment points are the vertical movement of the gearbox shaft. And the forward and backward movement of the regulator. These adjustments are possible due to the oblong holes in the fixing bolts. Repeat the assembly and adjustment process on the other product outlet regulator on the left side, paying attention to the centering adjustments through the height of the gearbox. And the positioning of the outlet assembly. Let's now move on to the last step, which is to check whether or not shims are needed on the bolts that secure the central gearbox to its base. To do this, we will again use the blade gauge. As in previous cases, always start with the 0.2 mm blade. As we can see in this image, the blade easily passed through the gap between the base and the gearbox, so we must increase its thickness until the blade no longer passes through the gap. In this case, the next 0.4 mm blade did not pass through the gap, which means that the shim for this point should be 0.2 mm. After inserting the shim, insert the nut as well, leaving it ready for subsequent tightening. Repeat the process at the other fixing points on the gearbox. When there is no need for a shim, insert only the nut for subsequent tightening. Once you have checked the need for shims at the 4 points, tighten all the nuts and bolts on the central gearbox. And finally, lock the regulator covers by inserting the locking rings on both sides, thus completing the assembly and alignment of the transmission system. After that, let's move on to the final assembly of the other distributor components. And so we come to the end of another quick operating guide. We hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next video.